Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. This is two Grotz or Gretchen that I've done for a little challenge on the 40k Orc community Discord, and they also have a Facebook as well. And basically, it was in January. You had to make a squig or like paint a squig, convert a squig, either squig or squigot or something to do with squigs. So this is my entry. It's one of these Grotz from Ramshackle Games, one of the miscasts in the miscast box I got, or the bag. And what I did was I just sculpted him up. I changed his face a wee bit. I went ahead and put him on this little base to match the rest of my guys, and you'll see they're kind of a turquoisey blue. And you see my savage orcs in the other videos, and some mushrooms on the base there. But I had a lot of fun sculpting these little squigs. So he's got a buddy on his back here. That's his squig or squiggling or whatever you'd call a little tiny squig. He's kind of like a smaller attack squig. And then on the front here, he's got a little squig pup, so I suppose it's like a young squig hound. And you'll see his goofy kind of eyes, and he's got his big slobbery tongue hanging out there, and his mohawk. They all seem to have mohawks, the old sculpts. So they were fun to sculpt up a little bit of green stuff and epoxy sculpt mixed together, and the grot there with the squig on his back. I like this little scene. They could be used just as grots, I think, just in a Gretchen squad or something, you know. I think it would make sense. This guy as well makes sense, I suppose, because he's got a little grot blaster here, but he's got a little bit of resculpting done. I think I changed his nose, and what else? Maybe not much else apart from that, but some more different mushrooms on the base here, as well as on his head. He's got a little scorpion that, I don't know, I think it was just an extra bit of green stuff I had, and he's a little squiggly kind of scorpion. He's got that kind of big, little bit orcish kind of features with the eyes. And so squig scorpion, that's another type of squig that I suppose I just made up. And these are kind of other little things you can do to miscast. I think I'd feature some of these in another video, but they're just really freeing to work with, because they're miscast, so you can kind of, they're really cheap for what they are, and they're lovely sculpts to kind of work on top of. Like this guy, I think he had something up with his nose, so what I did was just change that up, because I was going to use him for conversions anyway. I gave him this big long rod here, and he's going to have a squig, basically squig on a stick, which I took from there's a company called Night Miniatures, I think they're called, and they have these really cool like fantasy goblin, or Gretchen I suppose you might call them, in, you know, orky medieval knight armor that have squigs on sticks, and they're very orky. The squigs are very like sculpted, something similar to Old Hammer kind of squigs, and I might get them eventually, but I'm trying not to order stuff at the moment just because of Brexit. But I'll just make my own. So he'll be a lot of fun to sculpt up a little squig there. And this guy showed before, just it's the possibilities, like the squig's eating his foot here, and you can just make them pretty simple like this as well, where I changed up his nose a little bit to make him look different, and just gave him a little blaster. Got to drill those barrels as well, don't I, Scarnier? So yeah, that's it guys. That's just something to show you. I don't actually love this colour scheme looking at it, because I've seen other people's colour schemes, and just a final thought here is there's not enough contrast. Everything is so bright. There's too much. I think it's fine. I'll go ahead with it for the rest of my army anyway. I think it'll look well when it's all together, but I like kind of, you know, I've seen other orcs where their skin might be like a really pale colour, and then all their armour is very dark, and the contrast just looks better, I think. Whereas when I was starting this army, I was making a conscious effort to kind of paint brighter colours, because all my stuff was kind of dirty and that kind of thing. Dirty and very washed, and not very extreme, you know, saturation of colours. So this is something different, but it's just something to think about anyway, to be conscious of your paint schemes before you jump into things, you know. But that's it guys. That's some more little Gretchen Grotz I've been working on, and I would recommend, like I said, check out Ramshackle. Not being paid or anything, but they're just cool, and nice little sets and stuff. But yeah, catch you next one. Good luck.